A few years ago, we were blessed with one of the finest public meltdowns this world has ever seen. The Bagel Boss guy. This was an incident that occurred at a bagel shop where a guy who was on the shorter side of things absolutely went ballistic and lost his mind, all because he felt like he was being insulted for his height. So he got really aggressive, trying to fight everyone, like a small chihuahua lashing out at the bigger dog. Turned it into a huge spectacle, yelling and screaming. I'm sure in his head he imagined himself like Kratos from God of War with all of this anger, but in reality he just came across like a squeaky toy. It was so beautifully silly, and today I think we may have found his spiritual successor. There was a man who melted down in a McDonald's about his height.
I'm right here. You want to show these people what a fucking big man you are? Picking on a fucking little man? Come on! Come on! Hey, come on!
What's wild to me is he actually looks like the Bagel Boss. They could be brothers. So they have the same build, the same face, and the same attitude, and the same effect on women. Her face really tells the whole story on how uncomfortable it is to be around something like this. I love watching videos on these kind of outrageous freakouts for no reason, but I think if I was there in person, I would just feel so slimy and yucky. It'd be so fucking miserable to be around it.
Come on, motherfucker! Bring it on, motherfucker! Bring it on, motherfucker! Yeah! Motherfucker! Yeah! Come on! Hey! Bring it on, motherfucker! Hey! Bring it on, motherfucker! You bring it on! God damn it! You bring it on! Fucking later!
There is a lot to unpack in that 10-second clip right there. So let's get to the post-fight analysis here and break it down. So after getting into this man's face and yelling point blank at him like it was a Call of Duty lobby on Xbox Live, the guy finally has enough and he starts yelling back, which I think is adorable. That's like something you do to handle a bear. Like if you're trapped and a bear's coming at you and it's hungry and salivating, you just make yourself look big and get real loud. So this guy just yells back at him and then throws him against the wall. And the smaller gentleman here, his brain malfunctions, I guess, so he takes his soda, he throws it on himself, fucking waterboards himself with the Coke, and then throws it on the ground, only to slip on it. So this man just Macaulay Culkin booby-trapped himself, so he slips like it's a banana peel out of Mario Kart, hits the ground really hard, and struggles to get up briefly, and then the fight gets broken up, unfortunately. If you can even call this a fight. This is just such a sad Looney Tunes level event, what happened here. Nothing went right for the instigator here, the smaller guy who's for some reason really upset.
Bring your ass out! I'll fucking lay your ass out! You hear me? You hear me? I will lay your ass down!
I want to see this altercation from this guy's perspective because he's doing a much better job than the current cameraman. This guy's in like a squatted position getting a really cinematic angle here. He absolutely has some directing experience. So I'd really like to see the video from his phone because the cameraman that we're following right now is terrible. He is missing all of the action. Our cameraman is looking everywhere but where he should be. It's so frustrating.
I will lay your ass out! Hey! Do you hear me?
Unfortunately, this is all we get here because I guess the cameraman was too fucking drunk to just focus on one thing. I don't know what he was doing. Just constantly turning around like clothes in a washing machine. The second the action started, he just blanked out and just got everything that wasn't important. Filming the wall, filming people behind him, looking at the ground, never once getting them in frame again. It's so frustrating. I would really like the other angles here, but I haven't been able to find them yet. It's unfortunate we don't get to see the conclusion, but at least we get to hear some of it. The smaller guy keeps saying, I'm gonna lay your ass out, which I think is a hollow threat. I think the time for intimidation is long past since you just took yourself out. So, it's kind of hard to make people afraid of you after that when it comes to fighting. I think he should have just cut his losses, and once they were broken up, maybe just give him, like, a cool one-liner on the way out, like, you're lucky this guy stopped me, or else you'd be in the hospital from me beating your ass mercilessly, and then just leave. But if you keep saying I'm gonna lay your ass out after you actually just ate shit on your own accord, it's just kind of more embarrassing, I would say. Like, this guy really owes a huge debt to the worker that separated the two of them, because without him, I think this could have gone a lot worse. It could have been significantly more painful for him because he bit off a lot more than he could chew here. I'd also like this video to serve as a PSA. If you're going to film a public freakout, film the fucking freakout, not everything around it. I don't know if he was trying to be like sneaky with his phone so no one knew he was recording or something, so he just didn't know where he was aiming, or what went wrong here, but this is just such horrible camera work and it's insulting. I'm almost more mad at the camera guy than that smaller guy was with the customer in line. Like, it makes me so upset. I'm getting furious. I'm getting short man rage right now because the cameraman couldn't fucking focus on the action. Just, you know, you're there filming, you've made the decision to film, now be good at it. Or at least competent, like close to it. Because the second that this like started to pop off, we lose all visual on it. It's so upsetting, it's so frustrating. And another thing, every time these freakouts happen, one thing that I always find interesting is people start laughing at them, like directly, or in this case shouting World Star and laughing at them and filming. You have to feel like such a clown. You know, like you're super mad, like you're ready to fight and everyone's laughing at you. It has to be the worst feeling ever and just makes you even more mad. It happens in every freakout video ever, and I can only imagine how much that fuels the rage in like this endless cycle. So, pretty great video overall, a good freakout. It's McDonald's, so you're always guaranteed some great quality freakouts, and yeah, that's really about it. See ya.